Yes, it is time. Once again, your weekly installation of stupidity with T. Hello.
Episode number 355 plus or minus 5.
yes. It's fuzzy math. So we got some old. We got that old.
Yeah.
We got that dry stored Hong Kong old raw. Here we go.
Yes. So thank you to Wooju for giving me this. This tea was at least most recently stored in Taiwan.
Okay.
I mean, it very well could have been in Hong Kong at some point. It would be actually maybe a little bit surprising if it were not. Mm-hmm. But some supposedly 1970s ripe.
This is ripe.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some ripe Pu'erh.
Cool.
And we are just brewing it all.
Yeah, I'm excited. Ripes they take age in an interesting way. For me, they're not as predictable as what the evolution of raws will be, so this is cool.
Right.
Always a treat to drink stuff that's like way older than we are.
Yeah.
How old are you? Don't worry about it. Anyway, so we're going to give this...
I'm 17.
Yeah. I'm jealous. Those genetics. Going to give this a solid rinse. It's a start for sure. So shout out to all the haters.
The rinse haters.
And one of the best parts about clay is that you get to just like blink.
Yeah.
Not even worry about it.
But you're disrespecting the tea, man.
Yeah.
This combined with the rinse, you've already do you know how many hate click-offs we've done
totally.
already?
So many unsubscribes. Shout out to all of you guys who have unsubscribed.
Yeah, in the first minute.
That smells like some old Pu'erh. It smells great. All right, you want to get your nose in there?
Yeah. And we would expect that color to get considerably darker.
Right. Oh, man.
Ooh, okay.
Smells freaking great.
Yep, we are looking at some earthy, creamy...
oh, yeah. I'm excited.
It smells like this will just be incredibly sweet.
Oh, yeah. What's the mLs on this? 110?
140.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And I'm going to get right into it. These, as James said, these will definitely get more intense. And this is actually not super strongly pressed. At least now, it came apart fairly easily.
Right.
So
part of that could just be the storage, that humidity just slowly tearing it apart.
Yeah.
1970s, if it is 1970s, is a long time. It's 2020 now, so that's more than 40 years old. So
it's hard to... Nothing at all ever is like this.
Yep.
To eat or drink, so it's really a unique thing.
Yeah, I mean, where else can you... Denny found a hair in the sample before, yeah, which is not at all off-putting for me personally. And where else are you going to find a 45-year-old hair, or a 40 to 45-year-old hair? Person might still be alive, maybe not. They live on in this Pu'erh.
Totally, we're drinking a part of them.
Okay, creepy or endearing? I'm not totally sure. Maybe a bit of both.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
We just keep going with it. You know.
So yeah,
really nice color there, just like that vivid red.
Absolutely, and actually very clean.
Yeah,
I mean, really.
Yeah. Are we drinking this?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Let's do it.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
You know, the previous two teas we had, I would say the Bong Dong and the Silver Needle, those are teas that maybe we're drinking slightly out of season. Maybe in a month or two they'd be more appropriate. This tea is spot on. We have an overcast day here in February.
Right.
This tea is going to hit the spot.
Totally. A wonderful, subtle little bit of charcoal in this that brings that sort of minerally earthiness out of this. Mm-hmm. Really pleasant.
Good call. Yeah.
Sweet, but not saccharine. You know, not like just a subtle sweetness. Sort of like the difference between drinking like a sugar water versus the sweetness of a carrot. Just a natural sweetness. Really nice.
It's not tomato vines, but it's
Right.
sort of getting in that genre.
It has more of that smell than the taste, in my
Right,
opinion.
right.
Look at that color. Wow. Classic.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Just auburn. Little afternotes of vanilla.
Right.
Classic.
No real reason to wait to drink these teas more. I mean, this tea at 45-year-old or 40 years old
Right.
feels pretty ready to be consumed.
Absolutely. And let that hang out again. Yeah, so nice. What a wonderful lingering aftertaste too. It's not the most with coming with the age. It's not super intense
Right.
in the way that a raw pu'erh can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful velvetyness that really is just spot on for a ripe too.
This is very warming too for me so far. Heating, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh man, let's keep going. Really good.
Cheers.
Cheers. Little to your point about the vegetable patch, just hints of it, right?
Right.
Not. Some of them are really strong in that. Some of these older teas can be very medicinal tasting.
Right.
This, I would have a hard time telling you that it was as old as it is.
Right. It's like 80% wood cottage, 20% vegetable.
Yes. I mean, you're so right though. Like the funny, like it would sound so ridiculous, but it's a great description. It is very much so in that ripe way that that you'll find you'll still be experiencing those flavors having a young ripe.
Yeah.
But this just has that smoothed, buttery.
So sweet, so creamy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're serving this at the Costco sample line, I think you're just getting a lot of bewildered looks.
Are we starting a new meme?
I've tried to.
I think we're starting a meme.
Yeah, you're starting
the Costco test.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Serving
Here we
up
go.
tiny cups at Costco. People will be like, "What is this?"
Absolutely. Look at that color.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this isn't something that I think most people would be like, "Oh, that's tea." To your point. Really pleasant. I'm really enjoying that little charcoaliness to it
Right.
as well. It's subtle, but certainly not as intense as a rock oolong or.
And it's a
Purple
little
roasted tea.
hard to describe what the age does to these exactly, but there's like a really natural sweetness.
Right.
Some of those like garden notes and some of that woodiness just is not the stuff that comes from the immediate fermentation.
Yeah.
It's something that comes from age.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is interesting to describe something like a woody flavor as being sweet and soft, but it is. It's
Right.
Almost like sassafras, or like other roots that have a pleasant, just natural, slight sweetness.
Yeah.
But also an intensity too.
Right.
Really pleasant.
It's not candy, but it's a very natural sweetness.
Oh man. Really nice. Love the color of it too. Visually, it's fantastic.
How do you rate their aroma and stuff like this?
It's
It's kind of its own particular taste
exactly.
thing too.
It's like a little deceiving. I feel like
Right.
I think there's not as strong of a correspondence in the
Right.
flavor and the smell.
Personally, I like these aromas.
Oh yeah.
But they could be. I could see someone being like, "What is this?"
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, really pleasant. More cherry in the aroma, and brandy and oak and almost maple syrup. Man, really good.
Mm.
Spoiled. These
Yeah.
are so good. Damn.
What sort of people would you say this would appeal to? Do you think this appeals to like sort of spirits drinkers and that sort of thing, or maybe just like an openness to a certain sort of experience?
Yeah, I think in general, kind of your foodie, adventurous eater will find this to be extremely pleasant. I think that potentially there's some overlap with people who are really into those like cigar culture and stuff, where there's sort of more of those earthy, smoky but sweet notes. I'm not a cigar person, so I don't really know how to speak that language, but this doesn't.
You don't speak.
I don't speak cigar.
I was trying to.
Cigarese?
Yeah, cigardalian. I don't know. Yeah, cigarnese.
But man, just really pleasant. I think that this would be familiar for a lot of tea drinkers, but also unique and definitely different.
Right.
Yeah, really nice.
Really warming, I gotta say. Yeah, I mean.
Oh man, it's sweet.
Yeah. Don't wear too many layers while drinking this tea.
Want to do more steeping?
Yeah. Why don't we reboil that guy?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And we'll push it a little bit. And these teas that reach a certain age, it's like, as you said before we started, I mean, they're just incredibly forgiving. It's hard to... Yeah, ultimately, it would be a disservice to the tea to just let it sit there and overbrew it, certainly. But it, in some sense, is going to be so much more forgiving than a young fresh tea.
Right.
So...
Yeah, I mean, in one sense, if you had, if quantity were not such an issue for stuff like this would be I could see this being a wonderful backpacking tea.
Totally.
Just perfect for that sort of environment.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. And it, again, you can kind of just let it soak, and it's going to taste delicious. And
right.
You could even drink it, I think, at a lower temperature to experience it a little bit differently. Although, I think boiling water in clay is a great way to drink this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I could see someone getting. You can get pretty jazzed up on Pu'erh sometimes, but teas like this, it just feels a little different. It doesn't. If it's something very comfortable about it.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Not as stimulating, but doesn't mean that there's not a lot of good stuff going on. Right.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really pleasant. Gosh, I wish that we could just give everyone this experience. Who's into tea? These are esoteric teas that are like, pretty hard to find.
Yeah.
So, rub elbows with your tea nerd friends, and when you can,
try something old.
Yeah, try something that you think might be a little bit older than you're used to. Give it a shot.
And I don't know if this is available anymore or what it costs specifically. I don't think it was outrageous though.
Okay.
Well, I mean, amazing. We're talking about $1 a gram or something still.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you pick up 10 grams and it's $12 and it's not crazy.
100%, especially for such a unique experience. Look at that color. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, to that point, these teas are going to give you quite a bit of longevity.
And I can guarantee you this is not going to be bitter.
Exactly.
Even though it's getting this, sometimes with, these teas, it's like, oh, the silver needle's brewing, yellow. It might be kind of bitter. This tea is going to forgive us for our overbrewing.
Oh, man. I really do enjoy that vegetable patch sort of vibe. It is quite pleasant. Yeah, and just pristine throughout. Beautiful color. Just on all fronts, truly amazing. I'll top you up after your first sip. And let this hang out for a second.
Yeah. A good way to burn your hands. Pro tips.
Seriously. That is, lessons.
Don't shake the table, too.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, these things happen for sure.
Yeah. So. Another pro tip.
You can get a straw.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good way to burn your tongue right now.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm going to smell this again.
We'd expect something like this to just keep chugging along, too.
Right, absolutely. And James, I've seen on your Instagram that you'll also take some of the best stuff that you're drinking and then do another session where you boil the leaves.
Yeah.
You want to speak to that for a second?
Yeah, I mean, what you can do if you just want to extend the session of something, and you can get quite a bit of liquid out of this, you just take the leaves, dump it in, simmer those leaves for however long you want, right. 20 minutes, even an hour, and then try to I usually judge it by the color, just to get it sort of to the right thing. So for this, you want to get a color similar to this, sort of dark brownish red.
Right.
And just drink it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, nothing crazy or super fancy about it.
I'm YOLOing on this. Ooh, Lord. Here we go.
So just
It's so
rich.
sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's like getting sweeter. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Might be my favorite. Of
guys,
our
me too.
stews, yeah.
Literally, yeah. Man, that's nuts. And to be confronted with the most delicious steeping 5 or 6. I mean, yeah. So it could be easy to mistake thinking that age is immediately going to make a tea fantastic, or age every tea, or the best teas are aged.
Right.
It's about enjoying yourself. It's tea, it's water, have fun. It's about being, and plenty of teas are not meant to be aged. So, but of course, when we do get to have an aged tea and it ends up being spectacular, it's a real treat.
Yeah, absolutely. And this tea is a byproduct of not only its age, but just how it was stored, the original base material, which is probably pretty good.
Right.
Yeah.
Zero funk at all, ever. Damn.
Yeah, very clean. Yeah, shockingly clean, actually.
This is-
Like, not even the first steep was particularly muddy at all.
All right, I think we're going to keep drinking this. Damn.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yes. Very good. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Where do people grab this, if it's possible?
I don't think it's available anymore.
Okay.
Check out Tea Shop New York. I think that the person there curated this maybe at one point.
Okay.
But that's an in-person shop. So check them out if you are in that area
Totally.
of the world, which is just in Manhattan, Kansas. No, Manhattan, New York.
I got you.
Check us out. Where can someone find out more
At
about tea?
TeaDB.org, so TeaDB.org. Subscribe if you want to get another download of ridiculousness. This one was a little bit more serious, just frankly because it was such a good tea. Not that other teas we have. Anyway, you get it. You know what the drill is. You've been around. We've been around the block. We're at episode 397 or whatever it is.
Plus or minus 50.
Yep. Subscribe, TDB on Instagram, TDBORG@gmail if you want to get in touch. Love to chat, and TDB.org for the blog. Tons of written content, vendor reviews.
Yep.
Just unending content. So subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.
Cheers.